I'll always start with the topic. It's going to be a new playlist. I'm going to create a new playlist. I'm going to create a new playlist in this video. In this playlist, we are basically going to create an documentary based videos, which almost about to be 1 hour. Yeah, at least 1 hour of video length on your own, not through an article or anything else. I will create an slides through slide presentation through any source of medium, but yeah, I'm going to speak on my own without helping out from any other sources, and through that slides I'm going to speak out in front of you, like what does it mean. I'm trying to explain it to you and try to understand myself also, like I don't know much about that those topic that I'm going to speak out. I'm trying to understand it and try to explain to you. That's all the whole the point of this video. But here's in condition. It should be at least of 1 hour. That's the main main rule of a documentary video. I have decided. Like rest of the videos are about 15 minutes. Yeah, at least should be 15, not less than that. But for a documentary part of video, it should be at least 61 hour, like 60 minutes, 60 minutes, not less than that. So it's going to be quite big challenge for me to sit for 1 hour for next part of a video that so let's see how it is goes, if if it is goes in my favor or not. But one thing is that if I try this for an 1 or 2 months from now onwards, it will increase my fluency level, like on a quite good level, like on a quite good level. You can use it in as an most effective way most effective tool to increase in fluency in speaking English. You get it what I want to say? If I'm going to speak about 1 hour daily for almost 3 months, then you can calculate about 30. Let's consider a month of 30 days. It could be either 30 or 31, but let's consider 30 days. If it is 30, like 90 into what? It's simply 1 hour a day, then 19 hour a day. 19 hour a day is not an easy task. If you does 19 hour a day practice for whole 3 months, then bro, you will absolutely at a different level. I'm not telling you, I am trying to convincing myself itself, because I didn't did it yet. Then how can I tell you? I can tell you then I did that task. So let's see where it is goes after 3 months. I will try to create video daily as it is on, but if it help me out to speak in front of you without hesitation or with fluency after 3 months, then I can say that this period of time has been used quite sufficiently, or what can we say, quite quite effectively throughout this journey. So it's not going to be easy task to sit in 1 hour and speak out front of through slide portion. If it will be easy if you know about the topic, but I mostly covered topic related to history, not history, what it to incident that happened in past or going on present, like major incident like World War II, Cold War, industrial revolution, industrial revolution, or what can we say, emergency period during emergency period in India, GDP, when GDP got lost in 2017 2008 financial crisis, all that different topic in different like major incident happened in the history of humankind. We're all going to discuss in documentary part. I don't have any much experience for those, but as I said, I'm just learning speaking English. I don't want to explain to you, I don't want to convince you that I am a good explainer. I'm just here to explain my thought about that topic. If you able to understand the topic through my tutti frutti English, and it's good for you. Otherwise, I'm saying that I'm not here to explain your topic. I'm just here to fluctuate or evaluate my thought in front of you, like what I think about this, what I think about this topic through that 1 hour video, which will quite which will be quite challenging. But let's see. Challenge always great. Challenge always great. Impact. Challenge always impact in your life. In challenge always impact in your life in longer period of time. In long, not longer period of time. In long term period of time afterward. Like it will be pain now, but when I will see it as an what as an when I will reflect them as an after 1 or 2 3 year back, and I will be proud myself that I did it. I didn't think too much about it. I did it. I sit down here for 1 hour without thinking too much about what other way are thinking about in that do that work. Let that do work. It will not help out. I just got sit down and record that video and just publish to it without thinking too much about who's going to watch it and going to watch it. That's the whole point. That's the whole mindset. You get to know about my mindset. Now let's continue with this video, brother. We are going to cover about World War. World War. What World War? Specifically about World War One. What does it happen? What does it happen in World War One? What? Let's tell you about format of this documentary video. I don't know whether I created question in this first documentary video. I don't know whether I created question in this slides of video, but in furthermore next coming videos or slides I created questions. Like I'm not going to bore you out like what happened to that period, wahoo la la la. I just write down different question about that particular incident and write down those questions in answer format, like one question and then answer format, and try to understand what does it mean, try to understand question and following answer of that question. That's the whole point of this. That's the whole going to format. First I'm going to brief introduction of what does incident means, and then after that brief introduction we will move directly to the question part of this incident. Do you get it? Let's move it. Already about 8.30 seconds has been passed in this video. It's the longest it's the longest introduction I have given to for any topic. I will keep sipping some amount of water throughout this video. Please mind me for that, but because it will going to difficult to just sit down and not sipping some liquid. It roasts down your throat and it will affect in afterward. It will be fine for now, but yeah, after some time it will be. So that's all I can say about it. Let's move forward and grab about the knowledge about the topic. Like we can create a format. First 10 minutes should be about introduction of the topic in your own word, not through any slides or anything else. About 10 minutes already going to be passed in this video. You should just sit down and acclimate your thought on the process, on the topic, and speak out in front of you without thinking too much about it. as we can state it, and after 10 minutes we can pick out one question and speak out in front of you for that question for next 10 minutes, and as it is goes furthermore we'll do that also. We can do that. Questions 10 minutes should be for about introduction part, then for 10, so then furthermore 10 question 10 minutes for each question part, and as it goes on. That's all I can say. Let's go back to the topic and speak out for the topic. World War One, World War WW1, World War One, known as a contemporarily potentially as in a great war, major global conflict that lasted from 1914 to 1980. It was a fight between two coalition, coalitions, the Ally and the Central Powers. Yeah, basically the world, basically this war happened between two major world power. One was called as an ally, and second is called Central Power. Basically, in West, in we can say the war happened between the best Western countries and Asian countries, not Asian countries like what allies countries. Let's move to next question. Yeah, yeah. Question are written by me. I thought I haven't written the questions. I thought that will be in the next part of the video. Not next part of the video. Next slides of the videos. Furthermore, coming from after today. But I write it down. So question are written being here. Like what are the main causes of World War One? World War One. Yeah, we're going to go through this question. Like what causes to conflict? What causes to be happen of World War happen? What are the things that causes World War One? How did association of Archduke France Ferdinand contribute the outbreak of World War One? We will go through this question also. Which country is made up of allies and central power? In yeah, I already said that. Like, what are the condition has been used to call a particular country as an ally, and some country as a central power? There have been some process or some trick has been used in order to countries in particular group or in particular areas. It is 12:54 p.m. in the afternoon. I am recording this video, and it's about 13 minutes has been passed in this video. We are moving with a quite good pace. We have already covered introduction part of the video. Now we are covering what question parts of what question we are going to discuss in this video. There are almost about 10 question has been written in this video. We will go through 10 question. Each question will cover about 10 minutes. Like I'm going to explain about 10 minutes for each question. Through that I can also get about to know the what about the question and answer, and without thinking, not without thinking, like it will be quite good if we don't quite rush over the question, rather than focus on more speaking, then rather than focus more on speaking on your own than rushing over the question. I think that will be more effective. I can explain you through and I can explain this topic through an what beautiful slide, or what can we say, that attractive material, but I don't think so it will help me out in order to speak out. In order to speak out, you need to know about the topic. You know to speak on your own. If you're not speaking on your own, then this material thing is not going to help out in a longer time. So I kept it simple first, like white background and black text areas. That's all. Whole. That's all throughout these slides. But yeah, it will be effective if I speak more about the topic rather than focusing on a material thing. That's all I can say. So we have covered all. We are on third question. Which countries made up of allies and center power? We are going to cover this question. So what was like of soldier in tendencies during World War One? Like what are the condition has been faced by World War One? Those soldiers who are in World War One. We are going to that part of question also. How did new technology such as tank and chemical weapon impact the course of the World War? Yeah, it's a big thing. It's a big thing, bro. If you think, if we look about what are the technologies has been implemented in World War One, like chemicals usage or anything else, new technology been used in World War One. We'll go through that part also, like how new technology such as tank, chemical weapon impact the course of World War One. What are the significance of Battle of Somme? Somme. I get difficult. Sometimes it got difficult to pronounce Shambad, but I think it doesn't matter at all. Like I'm not here to pronounce word or like I'm here to pronounce one, but it will take time to do so. You will not get become fluent in this sentence in some period of time. In some period of time. For God's sake, I'm starting from around. I've started this journey around what December 4th December 2022, and taking part as an YouTube as a career from 2006, not as a career but as a YouTube creator for 2016. But it doesn't help me out in many years. I tried many other things throughout the journey. Quite good at programming also. I'm do as an I do as an as creating software through that also. But yeah, through that what I want to say that through whole that process I want to say that if you speak out through your own voice, like if you got natural toward creating content on internet, then it will be more effective and easily to create uh rather than being a what someone person some other person rather than being some other person. It will be more effective. Around 18 minutes has been passed in this video. It's around 8:11 1 a.m. has to be goes, and I think it go till around 1:40 p.m. Okay. I got an ability to speak. I'm proud of myself now. I got an ability to speak for about 1 hour. I used to speak around 15 minutes earlier also, but as you can see that earlier video is it's through an article. I just got to read out in front of you through an article. I, I don't used to I don't used to speak my own. Excuse me. I don't use to speak on my own. I just pick it out an article. I just pick it out one article and just got to read it out in front of you. That's all I can say. I just did that. But from now onwards, as of 1 September 2020, I just make sure I don't use any article. Furthermore, to creating videos, I will create an slides or a presentation for you, for myself, and going to speak through those bullet point in front of you, not through that article. It good for starting purpose, but if you're not tackling what if you're not tackling new challenges throughout the process, then we will got stuck to that phases also. If you want to unlock new faces, then you have to pick it up new challenge. That is whole point of this. What? Picking of new challenges my or own. That's all I can say. That you have to pick new challenges if you want to what? If you want to effective more in speaking less. Like about 20 minutes has been passed in this video. We are going with quite good pace in this video. If I used to if I like if I pick up of an article and just read it out, and until then I got used to got bored down. But now I'm speaking on my own. That it's not no, it's not not an issue, because I'm just speaking my own thought without thinking about too much about that short external sources, or that it's
Generate your pin.
question related to World War. But the main of the question is, what are the which countries? How do you technology change? What are the significance of the Battle of Somme? How did the World War impacted home front of the civilian population? What role of the propaganda planes shaping public opinion during World War One? How to contribute? I just got disturbed out. I think it will go on because it's in a long video format. It's about 1 hour. People going to disturb me throughout this process, throughout this video. Then what I can do, I just going to record them and going to publish to in front of you. I'm not going to edit or do something else, because it will take quite lots period of time just for editing and just exporting out in front of you. So what I'm saying that I will going to disturb out throughout this. I can get to disturb out throughout this video, which is quite normal. If you are thinking that you are not, then it's not your fault. Then you are not thinking too much about longer period of time. What I'm saying that you just have to keep rolling the video for 1 hour, either through speaking out your own thought or through that give an article or give an article of business topic. That's how I can say that. Do you get it, or I have to explain many other things? About one fourth part of the video has to be done in just 1 minute. That's all I can say. It's going to be a quite interesting phase of journey. Like, I'm going to speak out 1 hour in my own English without an article. Brother, I'm just proud of myself. If you are watching this video in the future, just what you can do also. If I'm doing that, you can do also. Like, if I'm doing it from late 2016 or December, and as of 23 ending, it's September, then I'm speaking in front of camera. And bro, you can think that you can think it's about almost 17, 18, 19, 20, 7 years. It took about me 7 years to speak in front of camera without my own. Oh, that's not easy. So if I am doing, that means what various step has been taken by me in previous history, not history, previous time, in order to do so. That I almost I almost do every. I almost do what I almost do. I always think about this wherever I'm going, like where whichever the festival is. It is from from that 2016 itself. Not it's not mean that I'm doing. It's not mean that I opened this channel to December. That means I'm doing it from December itself. Not it's I'm doing it from 2000 December, 2016 December, and from that whole 2016 December, I'm thinking, I thought about it almost every period of time, every day about it. I perpetuate or have to be have to be have to pretend like someone else, but it doesn't work out in a longer period of time. Now I'm like to be my own self. That's why I'm doing things. That's why now it's become easily to speak out in front of you. You get it? What I have to say. That's why That's why I'm able to create about 30-minute to 60-minute video on my own, and it's about 26 minutes has been passed in this video, and I'm not just got burnt out, not front out, one out, front out, one out through this video. If I does it through an article, I just got two. But yeah, I'm not. Let's see how it goes. I'm just trying to what be stick. I'm just going to try to be stick with this process for next phase also. But for next 3 months, for next phase also, until I got fluency in speaking English. But I'm just quite sure that it will be how about me in order to become a fluent in speaking English. That's all I can say. That do you get it? What I want to say, that it will be how it will going to help me out in order to going to speak English. And it's a necessary step to take challenges. If you got comfort in particular challenge, then it's necessary to pick up pick it up new challenges in order to master skill. If you got comfort down in particular phase of that skill, like I just got comfort down in reading article. if i don't get up if I don't get up for new challenges like reading it out, creating video my own, then I will got stuck to that phase of that skill. I will not grow up. Then then it's also necessary to pick it up new challenges and then master it, then pick it up new challenge and that master it. That's the whole progress should work. It's not work through a motivation video or anything else. Like it's work it on. If you are not picking or not doing new challenges for master that particular skill, then you are not going to then you are not going then you are going to be fluent in that particular skill. That all I can say. I just spoke about myself whole in this video. I just didn't cover out that vertical topic. I can do that also, but yeah, it's in a 1 hour video. It's in a 1 hour video. Then we can speak it out, whatever it can be. I can speak it out, whatever it can be. I can cover. I can cover this topic also, but yeah, I'm going to cover that topic also. But yeah, it's an it's a direct conversation to you without any without any what, without any thinking about too much about the thing. That's why I'm taking time, bro. 1 hour is not a joke. You just forget about all your thought in just 1 hour. Like what thing are you going to explain? You just have to read it out more. If you want to speak it out 1 hour, have to speak it out more. You have to learn more about that particular topic. Then only you can speak out 1 hour. Otherwise, it didn't. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to record this video. It's all about 30 minutes has been passed. Or 30 minutes has been passed in this video. 31 minutes has been passed. That's all about me. Now let's focus more on topic. Yeah, we have covered this topic. What are the term of treaty of Versailles and how did they affect post-war Europe? What were the main causes of World War? Nationalism. Nationalism was a powerful force in early 2000th century, 20th century, 2000, 20th century, and many countries were driven by a strong sense of national pride and competition. This led to tension between nation and greater desire to assert dominance. What it means? What does it nationalism means? Nationalism was a powerful force in early 20th century, like it used to be. Nationalism used to be motivating factor of many countries of 20th century. Like they want to protect their boundaries as like they want to protect their boundaries in until 20th centuries. In any of the case, they want to protect their people. In any of the case, like nationalism, a factor that used to describe. Nationalism is a factor that used to describe what used to describe and a factor that protect their people and protect their boundary of a given country. And many countries were driven by a strong sense of national pride and competition. National pride, like the people of the given country used to pride on their country, and competition. This led to tension between nation and created desire of dominance. Oh, mm, yeah. Imperialism. Imperialism. European power were engaged in race to acquire colonies and expand their empire around the world. Imperial rivalries led to competition for resources, trade routes, and geopolitical influence, which in turn increased tension. Yeah, if you're trying to grab someone else's property, if it, or someone else things or resources, it then it what it actually going to create tension between different countries. It actually going to tension between that part of a part. Imperialism. So you should if Europe is extending, if Europe is expanding its geopolitical areas, then it's to what true, not true. It's an assured. Yeah, we can use an assured. It's an assured. It's an assured impact. It's an assured result that tension is going to build between different countries. One of the factors is nationalism, second factor is imperialism. Europe power engaged in rest of countries. Yeah. Materialism, militarism. The major power of Europe were engaged in armed race, building up large and powerful military race. This created atmosphere of militarism, where countries believed to superiority of military solution to conflict. Okay, that is one of the factor of like the expanding their military power. Europe expanding its military power through this. This created an observed military where countries believe in a superiority of military solution to complete. Like they want dominance over other country through that military power, which also going to create tension between different countries. If you want to run a country based on a, if you want to run a country based on a what? Based on a power, not a power. Based on a, mm, based on a knockoff gun, there's then it's true. It's going to be create conflict among different countries. System alliance system, a system of alliance developed among European powers, dividing them into two major camps. The tribal entity comprising France. Okay, now it's dividing them into major camps. The triple entity comprising France, Russia, and United Kingdom, and triple alliance comprising Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Italy. The alliance were intended to deter aggression, but they also created a web of obligation that could quickly escalate a lower conflict into larger war. Okay, that is one of the main factor. Like they grouped out in different, like different countries grouped out in different form. These allies were intended to deter aggression, but they also created a web of obligation that could quickly escalate a lot of conflict. Complex alliances and entanglement. And the alliance system meant to that when Austria and Hungary declare war on Serbia due to the association, a series of territories and alliance forces other nations to join the conflict. As one country entered, other were drawn to do the obligation under existing territories. Failure of diplomacy. Diplomatic effort to defuse the situation were insufficient. Many countries saw wars as a way to assert their interest or settle long standing disputes. Diplomatic effort to defuse the situation was insufficient. It can be when somebody want to run a country, when somebody want to dominate a country over other countries based on militarism, or they're going to acquire, they want to acquire different part of the another country. Then how diplomacy come to solve this issue? Diplomacy can solve the issue when both the country have a same power of level. Like if we said Taiwan and China issue can be solved through diplomacy, then it's not true comment. Like China is a superpower, and where Taiwan is not have that much of power to go through that issue. So diplomacy mainly occur between if we two countries share power of same level, where it doesn't seem to have. How did the assassination of Archduke France Ferdinand contributed to the outbreak of the World War One? Ferdinand Austria-Hungary and his wife Sophie of Sarajevo in June 28, and he played a critical role in triggering a chain of events that led to outbreak of World War One. Here, how assassination contributed to the World War outbreak. Austria-Hungary ultimatum to Serbia. Austria-Hungary held to Serbia responsible for assassination since the assassin Gavrilo Princip was a member of Serbian nationalist group. Austria-Hungary issued an ultimatum to Serbia, a list of demands seeking to investigate the assassination and suppress the anti-Austria activities in Serbia. While Serbia accepted most of the demand, Austria-Hungary found that response insufficient and declared war on Serbia. Why does it declare war on Austria? Austria-Hungary held Serbia responsible for assassination of since Gavrilo was a member of Serbian national group. Gavrilo Princip When it was a member of Serbian national board, then why Austria and Hungary? Austria Hungary issued an ultimatum to Serbia with list of demands seeking investigate the association. And why does Austria Hungary want to be an investigate? Serbia should do its own when it's a member of Serbia itself. While Serbia accepted most of the demand, Austria-Hungary found the response insufficient and declared war on Serbia. July 18, 1914. Activism of alliance system. The declaration of war Austria-Hungary set to alliance system into motion. Russia, which had culture and historical tie to Serbia, began to mobilize its forces to Serbia. Oh, Germany, an ally of Austria-Hungary, saw Russian mobilization as a threat and declared war on Russia on. Now I got to know what. How does it start? Do you get it? Do you get it? How does it start? About 14 minutes has been passed in this video. Bro, bro, I'm on a second part of this question and have been 14 minutes has been passed in this video. And we got to know how does an assassination of a person led to an world most powerful war in the history of humankind. When two or more countries got to accumulate with another, then it's usually happened to be in Serbia share quite good relationship with Russia, then it's an what? It's an moral value of Russia to support him in what? In a trajectory of a war. When does Russia does it, then Europe also got to support down Hungarian what? Hungarian Austria, because it thought that it because they thought that it will be a factor. What? It will be a factor of it will be factor of their security concern. Then they got support down to the Austria and Hungary. Until then we got to know about that. Third point, German invention of Belgium and France. Defeating Germany war plan involved quickly defeating France before turning to face Russia. To do, German forces planned to march through Belgium. They violated Belgium neutrality, which had been guaranteed by various treaties, including Treaty of London in 1839. As a result, United Kingdom declared war on Germany on August 4, 1914 to defend Belgium neutrality. Okay, the violated Belgium neutrality, which to do so German faces planned to rapid escalation. The swift progression of event triggered a cascade of declaration of war. As Germany and United Kingdom were at war, Germany ally Austria and Hungary declared war on Russia, and on August 6, 1914, France allied with Russia declared war on Austria. France allied with Russia declared war on Austria on August 12, 1914. The interconnectedness of alliance turned what might have been localized conflict into continental and eventually global war. Okay, when two or three country got to be included in a war, then it's obviously a global war. Alliance commitment and entanglement. As a war declaration is spread, various nations were drawn in due to the treaty obligation. Italy, initially a member of Triple Alliance, chose not to join its allies Germany and Austria-Hungary war, instead claiming that the war was aggressive one. This led to an Italy later joining allies in 1915 seeking territorial gains. In summary, now move to the next part. Which countries made up of allies and rental power during World War? The major Valley Grant power were divided into two main alliances. Like about 45 minutes has been passed in this video. We are going to be in it. Like we are going to finish today's part of a video. I think it's the fourth video of a day. Already three videos of around of 15 minutes has been completed by me, and then for like 1 hour, about 2 hour has been completed. About 2 hour has been given by me for the speaking English, which is about 40 to 50% of the day has been given to this person because it's an because it's an 11:27 p.m. in the noon, but I got to stop around 4 a.m. in the morning. Then it's not a 40 or 50, it's 10 to 20% of a day till now. Only till now, not in a not in a whole day, but till 1:27 p.m. noon. I'm talking about that period only, not about whole period. Actually, I had given to the speaking English only. That is quite impressing. June, July. It's in July, August. Already 3 months has been passed. Okay. Yeah. 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 Now let's read about who are among the allies and central power. Here, the background of communities that were made of each ally. Interest entity power. The allies, also known as the entity powers, were primarily composed of the following countries: France and United Kingdom, Russia until the withdrawal in 1970 due to the Russian Revolution. Italy joined the Allies in 1959 after initially being a member of Triple Alliance. Serbia, Belgium, Montenegro, initially later occupied by Central Power. Japan joined the Allies after territorial gains. Greece joined the Allies later in the war. Several other countries also provided varying degree of support to allies during the conflict. Through a nation listed above were the core members. Central power. The central power was primarily composed of the following countries: Germany, Austria, Hungary, Ottoman Empire, Bulgaria. These four countries were also core members of the Central Power. The allies were based on their mutual interest and geopolitical consideration. It is important to know that World War I was a global conflict involving numerous nations, colonies, and territories. Different regions of the world were affected by the war by varying degrees. Many countries aligning themselves with one side of other based on strategic, political, and economic factor. As the war progressed, other nations joined or chained alliance. The dynamics of the conflict evolved. The war was profound impact on geopolitical landscape, leading to eventual collapse of empire, redrawing of border, and significant change in international relations. Do you get it about it? What it want to say through that? Like there have been one past. What was the like of the soldier of trenches during war? Physical condition. Trenches were typically dug into the ground, provide some protection from enemy fire. However, they were often damp, muddy, and unsanitary, especially during rainy period. Soldiers lived in a close quarter with little privacy. With the trenches were infested with rats, illness, and other pests. Trench foot and painful condition caused by the prolonged exposure to the wet and cold condition was common. All meant. Oh wow, not about like what are the worst condition they are living, and even then protecting their boundaries for their countries. That's an mad respect for them. Absolute respect for them in order to do so. That constant danger. Soldiers in the trenches faced constant threat from enemy artillery, machine guns, and sniper fire. Trenches were often targeted by heavy bombardment causing casualties and destruction. Over the top attack where soldiers could leave the relative safety of the trenches to charge across to no man's land toward the enemy were extremely risky and often result in high casualties. Trench warfare tactics. Trench warfare involved in a cycle of attacks and counterattacks. Soldiers would periodically leave the trenches, launch assault and enemy lines segment of Washington. These attacks were often it's a quite difficult job to sit down for 1 hour without moving here and there. These use warward machine gun and other defensive massive made advancing across no man's land extremely difficult. Maintain psychological strain, limited ration, communication and morale, rotating frontline duty, innovation and settlement. There was absolutely what horrible condition. They are living in absolutely horrible condition when they don't have any clothes, not clothes, any food to eat. Almost, almost a wet condition throughout the whole rainy season. If they want to communicate with other people, like it's an absolutely a toughness, toughness period of time for their for themselves. And you are standing at that period of at that phase of your life, at that phase you are standing at that phase of stage, that phase area of where every second dozen of artists coming in front of and and your partner or soldiers being get down on the floor due to that. And it's an absolutely horrible condition. How did new technology such as tank and chemical weapon impact the course of World War One? New technologies including tanks and chemical weapon had a significant impact on the course of the World War One, introducing novel method of warfare that challenged traditional tactics and strategies. Here, how new technology tanks were introduced as a means of break through a stagnant trench warfare on Western Front and provide mobile front line protected firepower and battlefield. The first tank were developed by the British and made their debut in 1916. Tanks offered several key advantages. Protection. Tanks provided armored protection for soldiers inside, shielding them from small arms. First, sharpness, firepower, mobility, shock value. Tanks have psychological impact on a enemy troop with who had never encountered such machine before. While initial tank faced mechanical issue and were limited in number, they laid in groundwork for development for more effective armored vehicle in subsequent conflict. Chemical weapons are including poison gas were introduced as a new of horrifying form of war during World War. Several types of chemical agents were used including chlorine, mustard gas and oxygen. This weapon had a profound impact on course of war. Surprise and disruption. Chemical attacks often took enemy troops by surprise, causing chaos and confusion on the battlefield. Psychological warfare. The fear of a chemical attack weighed heavily on soldier mind and created a sense of vulnerability and dread. Casualties and health effect. Chemical weapon caused significant casualties both immediate and long term. Exposure to these agent casualties injury blindness, respiratory problem and cause death. Countermeasures. Both sides develop protective gear such as gas mask mitigate an effect of mechanical weapon. This led to adoption of gas masks and standard equipment for soldiers. The use of chemical weapons was widely condemned and eventually led to international agreement of warfare, including 1925 Geneva Protocol. Overall, the introduction of tech and chemical added complexity to World War One. Overall, the introduction of tanks. Hmm, I'm thinking about how condition of Kashmir has been changed. over a period of time. Like we got get news about on daily basis. Like one soldier or two soldier has been killed on a boundary on a boundary country boundary when they have a Geneva Convention to not to fire. Not to fire. After that also they did fire. But as of now, as I don't listen to, I don't get the news of that type. It seemed to be quite surprising. That's why I took a long pause in this video. Already about 56 minutes has been completed in this video. Today part has been completed. So let's see. If I think if I complete it down this process for next 3 months, I absolutely got fluent in speaking English for sure. That what are the significance of what for Shomne? How the World War impact the home front and civilian population, social change, labor change, propaganda, nationalism, economic impact, anti-German sentiment, civilian suffering, humanitarian crisis, technological advances, political and culture changes. What are the propaganda shaping public opinion? Propaganda played a significant role shaping public opinion during World War. It was a powerful tool used to government by military authority to mobilize population, maintain moral and influence perception of the war. Propaganda aimed to create a unified narrative, demonize the enemy, rally support for war effort, recruitment and enlistment. Enlistment. Propaganda is to encourage men to enlist the military of appealing to notion to duty, honor and patriotism. Posters are advertised, depreciated soldiers, hero and portrayed military service and noble cause. Demonizing the enemy. Propaganda sought of the demonize the enemy and portray them as a monster or aggression. This made it easier for the public to support military action against the enemy. Caricaturous cartoon and inflammatory language were used to belay the opposing side, creating national identity. Propaganda aimed to strengthen the national identity and unity, stabilize value, culture, and history of the nation, fostering a sense of belonging and pride among the population, maintaining morale. As of war, direct and casualties mountain, maintaining morale of the home front and among the troops become crucial. Propaganda painted an optimistic picture of the war progress, downplayed setback and emphasized instances of bravery and heroism, rationing and sacrifice. To support the war effort, propaganda encouraged to civilians to conserve resources, practice thrift, and make sacrifice for the greater good. They contributed to sense of shared responsibility and solidarity. Censorship and control of information. Government exercise strict control of over information and uses dissemination of news that could undermine the war effort to damage morale. This allowed to shape narrative presented to public. How did the World War contribute downfall of the monarchies? War-related suffering. The war fought unprecedented suffering, which massive casualties and destruction. The hardship faced of the soldier and civilian like led to disillusionment and ruling monarchies. As the war dragged into casualties, mounted public support for the war and ruling allied for land loss of legitimacy, economic impact, leadership crisis, calling a democracy. What was the term of the treaty was line? How did it impact the post-war Europe? That's it for now. That's it for now. The last question of this slide. I think we have completed only 59 minutes in this video. I don't have assumed that we are going to complete it, but I did it. That means if you go to sit down and just sit down for the process, then you did it, brother. We're going to finish it, brother. Okay. Do you get it? I want to say you just have to sit down for the process have to complete. I just just to be happy during the sleep time because I did it. already 4 minutes, 4 videos and we complete 2 more left. Then I'm going to upload it to internet. Okay, 1 hour has been completed. That's it for the video. We'll see you next time. Till then, with a new topic. We have covered about World War I. Not that much, yeah. But basically, first in this first video, we will talk about how, like, what are the process, how I will keep growing it, and how will impact in future making. Not that much about the World War I, but yeah, we have discussed major question like how it started, what are the social impact of World War I, what are the propaganda used by countries in order to strengthen the integrity of the country, different warfare used, what are the warfare used by the soldier in order to, what are the conditions being faced by the soldiers during the warfare, all this question. In next video we will going to the World War II. Till then, see you next time.